This is what I saw. I saw myself moving a large, old-style television. Not a modern flat screen, but one of those oversized televisions from years ago. It wasn't on. No one was watching it. I simply pushed it into a space beneath a counter. I wasn't struggling. I wasn't trying to get rid of it. I placed it there intentionally. And what struck me was this: that space beneath the counter is where your feet go. So this is what I believe the Lord was showing me. Not everything from your past is supposed to be discarded. Some things simply need to be repositioned. We live in a culture that says if you've outgrown something, throw it away. God doesn't always work that way. Sometimes He preserves what brought you here while changing where it belongs. And that television represented a former way of seeing things, a former system, a former framework. It had a purpose, it served its generation, but it no longer meant or was meant to dominate the room. It had become too central, too prominent, too close to eye level. Some of us are still trying to interpret today's assignments through yesterday's lenses. And God is saying, move it. Not because it was evil, because it was no longer in the right position. And then the Lord impressed something on me. What used to be at eye level had been moved beneath my feet. And that is not loss, that's promotion. I'm no longer looking through it, I'm standing over it. And there is a great difference. When something is at eye level, it shapes your perspective. When it is beneath your feet, it supports your progress. And here's what I found interesting. I didn't remove the landmark, I repositioned it. And Proverbs tells us not to remove the ancient landmark. And why? Because landmarks provide continuity. They remind us of where we've been. They help us understand how we have arrived where we are. But landmarks were never intended to become prisons. And some people think maturity means rejecting everything that came before. No, maturity means where things, and it knows where things belong. You don't destroy the foundation of a house, you build on it. You don't erase your testimony, you stand on it. You don't deny what God taught you 20 years ago, you thank Him for it and keep walking. So in the vision, there was no wrestling, no argument, no spiritual warfare. I simply placed the television where it belonged. And that spoke to me. So when you grow in wisdom, you stop fighting everything. You begin assigning things. This belongs here, that belongs there. This still has value, but it no longer has authority. And then I noticed one more thing. Besides that television, there was a window. And a television, you see, gives you someone else's picture of reality. And a window lets you see for yourself. So the Lord is calling many people out of secondhand vision and into direct sight. So in closing, you can't get there from here without the landmark. Your past is not your enemy. Your foundation is not your enemy. The very thing that once taught you can now support you, but it cannot continue to govern you. The same thing that once framed your vision must eventually come beneath your feet. It got you here, but it cannot take you there. So today, ask the Lord, what in my life needs to be repositioned and not moved or not removed, not destroyed, but just repositioned. And then just place things where they go. Because what I used to look through, I now stand over. The landmark remains, but it no longer leads. This is what I saw.